Melissa with WDWNT. So today we are bouncing around all of Disney World because if you haven't seen these before, these are the Munchlings. These are little plush toys that are based on food, and now Disney has created a few different menu options of food that are based on Munchlings. So it's like a whole paradox, but we're gonna start doing it today. We're actually gonna be able to taste a food that is based on Angel over here. There are a few different options, and you can get them in boxes just like this. If you want to get really crazy with it, you can try to sniff the box to see if you can guess what's inside, but we've had a hard time guessing. We did get a little poo today, and we also got a Mike Wazowski, but we didn't get anything that we're going to try. We actually did get Angel, but she's in the car. We have a big Angel here, so that makes up for it. But let's go and try a few of these food options. Okay, so we have our first Munchling food item. So this is based off of the spiced carrot cake thumper Munchling. It's called the carrot cake whoopie pie, but if you have ever been to Hollywood Studios or at the Charlie Carr Cafe, you probably have seen this item before because it's just the carrot cake that they have there all the time. So I'm not sure if this is gonna be at all different. Inside of the windows there, they didn't even change the name to like whoopie pie. So I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the exact same thing. I've never had it before, but I have heard good things. So let's see. I wonder if it'll be spiced at all since it's based on like a spiced Munchling. It's definitely like a very moist cake. You can tell by the touch, it like crumbles in your hand and gets all over your hands. So have like a wet nap ready or a bathroom nearby. Let's do this thing. Ah, okay. I mean, it's good. It's very, it's super moist. So like the carrot cake is like very, very moist. You can tell it's definitely been sitting in like a refrigerated area because the cream cheese icing in the middle is very cold. But it still tastes really good. I'm not getting anything spiced in there really. I'll try to get another bite because I feel like the icing is so cold that it's not really giving off like a cream cheese flavoring. So I want to see if I can get in there and get a little bit more icing. Ah, come with me, little cake. That's so weird because the icing is cold. It's tasting like gooey to me, and this is gonna sound way worse than it is because it's not this bad, but I imagine this is what chewing glue, like the texture would be like. But the flavor is not bad, but it's just so chewy. I think because it's cold, it like needs some time to settle. But I think the best thing about this is definitely gonna be the carrot cake aspect to it. So moist and spongy. It's also massive, like huge portioning, so you can split it. I am a little sad that I don't think this is a different dessert, and since the rest of them are gonna be new options that we can eat that are like Munchlings themed, this one isn't, but that's okay. If you do like carrot cakes, this is basically around all the time, so I would suggest getting it, but it's not gonna blow your mind. It's not gonna be anything crazy amazing, and the inside is a little bit interesting, but there's definitely going to be other desserts that are going to be way more dry and a lot less appealing. So if you have a sweet tooth and you're like, I need something now, this is not a bad option. Okay, so now we're at Blizzard Beach. We're getting our second little Munchling snack here. This is from Wada Wada Lodge. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is Angel's acai bowl. As you can tell, it's definitely very Angel. Her little ears, the granola's falling. But it's very, very fruity. On the top, these are white chocolate ears, and then you have a bunch of fruit, some coconut at the base. This is like a dried banana, strawberries, blueberries, and then the granola. Definitely feels like it's ice cream. It was so cold when we got it, and we've even been taking pictures, and it's still holding its form, and it's kind of warm out, so I want to see if I could get as much as possible in one bite. It's very frozen. Oh, the inside's interesting. I've never had acai, so to me, I'm like kind of surprised that it looks exactly like what a sorbet would be or something, but okay, I'll get some strawberry on there. It's really refreshing. Literally, the acai to me tastes like sorbet, and I'm just wondering if that's what is always the thing. Maddie is behind the camera nodding to me yes, so I guess this is how acai tastes. Also, do people eat acai for breakfast? Are they eating like ice cream? This is a life hack I didn't even know about. Anyways, moving on. I'm gonna take another bite and get some of the coconut. There's a blueberry in there, and maybe I'll just like bite a piece of angel's ear and then eat this. The white chocolate definitely gets masked. It doesn't feel like it's even that sweet. It gets masked by the acai flavors. Honestly, so does the coconut, because the acai is so tangy. But that being said, I think it's really good. I think it's best when you get a bite with the granola, because it makes it like a little bit more crunchy. But this is so refreshing, and I feel like it is in the perfect park, because you're gonna be pretty warm when you're in Blizzard Beach. You're like just in your bathing suit in the sun all day. And this is very refreshing. I'll try to have this little dried banana chip, because I feel like then I will have had every ingredient. It's interesting because I don't really like bananas, and when you pair the banana with like the tanginess of the acai, it's actually pretty good. This is really good. I would get it again. It's interesting. You guys can't really see it, but I'll take it out. I was just nervous to break this. It's in a waffle kind of bowl here, so it's definitely very ice creamy, but it feels like it's like a bit of a healthier version on it. So I would get this one again. It's cute, it's themed, it's in the right park, it's delicious. Okay, so we just got to Magic Kingdom. We have our almond sweet corn cake, which is themed from the Donald Duck corn elote munchling. So as you can see, very much Donald Duck looking-ish. But this is gonna have almond vanilla. It's an almond vanilla cake drizzled with icing, topped with a chocolate hat and bow. Right off the bat, we were smelling it and we were making a joke that it kind of feels like it would smell like what a munchling would smell like, but not as appetizing. I don't know about you guys, but doesn't this look so dry to you? It looks like if you like dehydrated a piece of corn, and maybe it'll be good, but there's such little icing that I know I'm gonna try to get a piece with a lot of icing. Oh, it's melting in the sun already. It's interesting. I forgot to see if the cream cheese was, if that's a cream cheesy taste. But the icing definitely feels very cream cheesy to me. The chocolate melts super fast, but when you take a bite with the icing, it actually adds some moisture to what would be a very dry cake. I'm gonna just have a bite of the cake on its own now and see what it tastes like when it's not like the icing completely overpowering it. It's so dry. It's definitely like the vanilla almond flavors are coming through on here, but it also just is lacking moisture. It's not the most dry cake that you're ever gonna have, but it's definitely not the best. You do get like a little bit of added crunch from the little sprinkles on there, and then oddly enough, I think the most flavorful thing here is the icing, which is so sweet and for some reason to me tasting like cream cheese. But I don't know, I don't think I'd get this one again, especially right now with the sun beating down on my face. Like, this is not a great thing to eat, I feel like, in the heat of the Florida summer sun on you. It's kind of like heavy, and since it lacks moisture, it just makes me want a whole cup of water right now. I mean, cute in presentation. I like that it's kind of like a cake pop, but aside from the aesthetics of it, I'm not sure I want this one again. We actually were just eating more of this and thought it would be much better if it was filled in the center, because you could see there it's just so much like just cakiness, but there's nothing in the middle to give it moisture. But if there was some icing in the middle or just anything, like any sort of moist flavoring there, it would probably make this a lot better. Okay, so me and my little poo munchling have been, you know, around Disney today. We've tasted all of the new Munchling foods and eats and treats, and I think out of all of them, the acai one is the best in terms of like flavor, bang for your buck. It's like a healthy option, and it's also unique. The other options, I mean, the little corn popsicle stick situation, that one was pretty good too in terms of decor, but taste it wasn't that good. And the whoopie pie, I mean, it's here year round, so it's not as exciting for me. So I'm gonna say if you're gonna do a Munchling one, do the acai one, but also if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below which one you would want to try, and we'll see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe.